All right, so today is Friday, the 28th of February 2025. And today's the last day in the month of February. Like I always do on the last week and maybe the last day of the month, I always ask us to review our trading activity. Go through your trading journal. What have you done right in the month of February? How much profit have you been able to make? What lessons have you learned? How are you implementing those lessons to make you a better trader? So it's always good to do this kind of check so that you don't just leave trading and just leave it a blank check and keep doing things without taking account of what you're doing to see whether you're growing or not. So with that being said, let's look at what we have for today. Today's Friday, and we don't really have much fundamental event for this morning session. Earlier in the night, there was Tokyo Core CPI, and that was at 12:30 a.m. Late in the night here in Nigeria. So I believe most of us probably were sleeping at that time. So that's a past event. Then we have the German prelim CPI, but that's an all-day event. No specific time has been given to it yet. So the first tradable event for today will come about 2:30 p.m. And that's from Canada. That's GDP from Canada, followed by the core PCE price index from the United States. Both of them combined together actually move the market. And it may really affect the USD card because the two news events is from both the United States and Canada. So USD card is one instrument that will be affected, and other card pairs, and other dollar pairs too. But at least since the USD card is a currency, we are connecting both news events together, that may be more affected or be more impacted rather by that news. So since we don't have much on the fundamentals at this point, I'll just go back to the technical straight so that we look at what we have on the chart. Now, before I go into what I have for today, I just want to give a little update on some analysis I gave at the beginning of the week, which has come out just as analyzed. For example, I gave analysis, I said it at the beginning of the week that the AED pairs were very, very weak. And I analyzed a couple of AED pairs that has gone exactly in line with the analysis. For example, this is the AED card. If you were part of the analysis on Monday, I said it for the weekly outlook that AED card was weak and we're expecting the bearish breakout. And that has happened exactly in line with the analysis. So this moment, AED card has dropped with a team of about 59 pips. So the swing setup, which I mentioned right at the beginning. The same thing, AED USD. It's also another instrument I analyzed. That one too has gone to the tune of about 135 pips, just in line with the weekly outlook. And US oil, somebody asked about US oil yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday. And I said that I expected a bullish breakout on US oil. And it has gone in line with that analysis. You can see here that's been, as at the time we did the analysis, price was just somewhere around here. We've seen some slight bullish movement. Whoever that person is, I believe who took that trade that time, will have gained some profits. It's taking a retracement, possibly may continue, but I would advise that person, if you're still on it, just make sure that you at least lock in some profit by stop loss to break even. That's the best thing. I can tell what will happen also today. But the important thing is that a part of the bullish move has been actualized, which for that bullish. All right, so those are the few ones I just want to show. There are other ones, but I will not permit to go to. So looking at what we have for today, I'll be looking at the GBP card. GBP card. Why GBP card? And this might even be more impacted later in the afternoon when the news from Canada is released. Now, this is GBP card on the daily time frame, and you can see this instrument is ranging on the daily time frame. Ranging in the sense that it's been moving within a resistance and support zone simultaneously. since around July 2024, making a higher high as an industrial, rather hitting resistance, dropping resistance. So the next wave now should down. That's the next wave of movement we're expecting. As price just hit the resistance zone again. So we expect a downward movement on GBP card. And if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, we don't really have much information on the 4-hour, but the 1-hour is clearer. Now the 1-hour, this is what I'm seeing on the 1-hour. I'm seeing a shoulder, a head, a second shoulder. That should lead us finally to the drop. So I can even give this one a head. Now, I would say that it will be safer for you to trigger this when the news from Canada is released. This is a neckline. Price has broken the neckline. So if the news comes out good, if the news comes out good for the card by 2:30 p.m., then that means that GBP card is going to sell. I'll repeat that. If the news comes out good for the card, the GBP card is going to sell. But even outside of the news, from what we are seeing technically, we have a sell trade on. But just so that we don't just enter too early, that's why we have to just hold on and possibly wait for the news. But in every way, we're selling GBP card. Very short card. Now, GBP CHF is another pair I'm looking at. Now, the GBP card I gave is intraday. This will happen in the course of today. All things being equal. GBP CHF might be a still setup. So, if you're a swing trader, this is one thing you can, one instrument you can look at possibly selling if all the conditions are right before the day runs out. Now, from the weekly time frame, I've been watching this instrument for a while now. On the weekly time frame, price has been having this downward movement. It has been a long-term downward trend line that dates back to 2020. That's almost 4 years ago. Downtrend started for the 2021 March, and price has touched the trend line multiple times in the course of the downtrend movement. So we've had a long-term bearish movement. So technically, we should be looking for a further bearish breakout. And that's a weekly time frame I'm showing us. We can go to the daily. On the daily, you can see that price also hit a resistance level, a downward trend line on the weekly, a resistance level on the daily, which is also signifying a bearish movement. And on 4-hour, now on 4-hour, GPCHF is trying to form the head and shoulder pattern, which will ensure a further bearish breakout. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to wait for price to break the neckline region. This is the neckline. This is the neckline. So once price breaks this neckline, then you can trigger a sell on GBP CHF. This may happen today or later. Some traders understand how this works. But I hold a bearish outlook on GBP CHF. And profit potential can be in the range of about 33 pips to about 72 pips or more. At least that's the average that we have on this instrument. So I'm bearish on both GBP card on 1 hour, GBP CHF on 4 hours. And I'll take a look now at gold. Now, I said yesterday that gold was trading around this support zone. And if price breaks the support, then you have further continuation in the bearish direction. Currently, price has broken the support zone. This is the 4-hour time frame. Now we can flip down to 1 hour and we can see that there's a rejection candle here So that means that with this rejection candle, price may push back up into this support zone now as a resistance and drop further from there. So it's not yet time to place a sell. You need to wait for a retest and a continuation. Price will go back to this support on resistance, then break out downwards. That's the next wave of movement for gold. So if you're there, a gold trader, just take note of what I'm saying now. Don't rush into any trade. And please trade with caution today being Friday. That's another important thing. Trade with caution on Fridays. Friday, market might be unstable. So trade with a lot of caution. But for gold, a retest and a breakout. It's only when price breaks out below the new support level at G. That's when you can take a sell. And finally, I'm putting my attention on Euro AUD. Now, I can't say whether it's going to break out today or not, but currently it's an instrument of interest because of where price is at the moment. So let me look out for Euro AUD. All right, so this is Euro AUD. Yeah, it's one of the instruments I analyzed at the beginning of the week. I said it is. The AUD is going bearish, the Euro AUD will go bullish, and citing the fact that we had a support here. I remember saying that if the breakout happens, this will turn to a double bottom or a bullish breakout. And everything has happened just as I analyzed at the beginning of the week. Now, price is now trading around a resistance zone on the daily time frame. We have a resistance zone here. It's about to touch it very close. So we just need price to push up a little bit into this zone. Then we'll experience a reversal. This daily time frame. So let's go down to the 1 hour. Right. So this is the 1 hour. Price is quite close to that resistance. It may touch it or not, but basically we can draw a trend line here and anticipate a reversal and a bearish breakout on Euro AUD. Like I said, it depends on how market moves. This may happen today or it may happen later, but I'm bearish on the Euro AUD. All right, so that'll be all from my end this morning. If you're just joining us, I've analyzed the number of pairs that we can look at for today. I analyzed the GB card, but I said that will move more in the afternoon when the news is released from Canada. Then I've analyzed the gold. Gold, it's broken in support zone. I believe that'll be a retest before a further bearish continuation. And we have an analysis for it. Sell on GBP but on 4 hour. That's strictly for swing trader. And we're seeing the setup that is still evolving on Euro AUD. And finally, I want to bring you an update on BTC USD. I believe I analyzed this earlier in the week also. Just a second, trying to scroll to where BTC is. All right. I remember telling us for some time that BTC might drop, further bearish because on the weekly time frame, I've seen a double top pattern a month earlier, and price has broken the neckline. And I think from last week we looked at a bearish outlook. Yeah, there was a bullish short-term signal I gave, which I don't think really worked out because the overall trend on the instrument is bearish. Now, and I remember saying that price will continue dropping, citing Fibonacci levels where I expected price to drop to. Price has hit Fibonacci 50. Price has already hit Fibonacci 50. And let's see how it goes, whether there'll be a reversal from here or it may proceed to 61.8. But finally, there is a support, there's a resistance on support level where price, may eventually reverse from. You can see that resistance zone I drew here. So if price will break, it has already broken at 50. So if it proceeds to 61.8, possibly get here, then you have to bull on continue. So that's my outlook on BTC rather has just come out in line with what I analyzed earlier. All right, so that'll be all from my end. I'll take a few questions as we round. Okay, so I'll look at some of the requests here. Solomon Jogu is asking about GBP AUD and GBP GPY. So the Equity Ambassador GBP USD, GBP GPY. So we have a lot of GBP PS. All right, so I have many people asking about GBP JPY. So let's start with that. Then we'll look at GBP AUD. Now, somebody asked about JPY about a couple of days back, and I said I had a bullish outlook. Yeah, that's what the chart is saying for what I'm seeing. But the market has not really moved. Possibly there are fundamentals not pushing the GBP JPY pair or even most of the JPY pairs generally. But technically, it still is now ranging. This is a full-blown range that's ranged the whole week on this trend line. See, on the trend line here, price is actually making a series of higher highs and higher lows. And this is the daily time frame for GBP It's making higher lows here. So the next wave is technically a bullish wave. In fact, if you want to look at it on a long term, it looks a lot like it's trying to evolve into an inverse head and shoulder, which will lead to a more bigger bullish movement. But the whole of this week, this is all that we have for this week. It has been ranging on that trend line. So possibly next week, maybe the market may break out of the range, and that will be due to fundamentals from Japan, because this is JPY. So if the fundamentals from Japan improves, price may break out and go in the bullish direction. But for now, it's just ranging. Clarity yet. And that's for JPY for those who are asking. Then I'll look at GBP AUD and GBP ST. All right, this is GBP AUD. On the daily time frame, price just hit a resistance level. Price just got to the resistance level on the daily time frame. So we should be getting ready for a reversal on this one. Will it happen today? Well, I can't guarantee, but maybe by the end of the day we'll know. But price is already at a resistance level. We should be looking at the possibility of a reversal trade on the GBP AUD. This is the daily time frame. So let's stick to 1 hour. This is 4 hours. This is 1 hour. And 1 hour we can draw a trend line, rising wedge pattern, anticipate will lead to the bearish breakout price. This is the first trend line here. And we have a second one at the back. So we have a bearish setup we can put our attention on and watch out for on the GBP AUD. So I'm bearish on the GBP AUD. Okay, Lasisi is saying I'm on buy on CAD JPY since the last 2 days. Did you see a clear entry? So let's look at CAD JPY. If you've been on the buy on CAD JPY, it's still valid because price is still on that support. Maybe you entered too early, but currently price is on the support level on the daily time frame. And so this candle is already a rejection candle. So as I said, if the data from Canada this afternoon, that data is very, very good, very powerful. If it comes out good for the card, your buy trade will continue and give you card will sell. Now, please, since you're already on the buy trade on card JPY, I don't encourage you to take a trade on JP card, except if you want to close the card JPY. I don't even advise that. It's already on the support level and might be going up. So if you said you took a buy on card JPY 2 days ago, this is a candle. So I'm sure that was the retracement. Price dropped on your trade. Wow, that's a massive one. If you're not using the idle size anyway, it's not to worry about. But from what I'm seeing, price is on the support level and it's forming a rejection candle. That should push it in the bullish direction if the news comes out good for the card. If it comes out good for the card, that will ensure a bullish continuation. That should push your trade to profit. So I don't think there's anything much to worry about on the card JPY trade. All right. So I've looked at JPAED. I said we're bearish. Then I'll look at GBP USD and the USD JPY, and that will be all. GBP USD. Yes, GBP USD was one of the instruments I analyzed on Monday now that I said was going to be bearish because of this, minor resistance and the rejection candle on the daily time frame. It has sold, has gone bearish. You can see the lines that Jason is in, that's not changed. We've seen a bearish breakout on this instrument. So it has moved already. For the person asking, this has moved already. It has sold because the line, the analysis, the 45 pips. Will it continue selling for that? I can't guarantee that. Today is Friday, anything can happen. Friday is usually not stable. So if you miss the entry, look for a fresh signal. And finally, we have USD JPY. All right, so this is USD JPY. And price, is ranging around the support zone. This is part of what I analyzed on Monday too. It's still ranging around the support zone. Technically, at this level, we should expect a bullish movement. But with that range, we will need a powerful news to break it out. So it depends on the news coming up this afternoon. That's what will determine the next move of the dollar. And if the dollar goes bullish, that's what will also encourage our gold to drop for that bearish. So I have a bullish outlook on USD. However, it's currently trading within a range. So I will advise to trade it with a lot of caution. All right, so that'll be all from my end this morning. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is PU Prime. We're a global brand with a global head office in Australia, and we have 2 offices in Nigeria, Abuja and Lagos. Now, we do hold physical training sessions twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at these 2 locations. Abuja office is at 50 AB2 Okiwe Street, Jabi, Abuja, and Lagos office is at 54B Adeni Jones Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos. Training days is Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesday, Thursday, 10:30 a.m. for Abuja office, and Tuesday, Thursday, 11 a.m. for the Lagos office. Now, we just concluded a batch of training. The last batch of training for the month of February, we concluded it yesterday. So if then you want to get physically trained and you want to push your trading game to the next level, try to make yourself available for the next batch of training, which starts next week, Tuesday. for the month of March. Our training is just 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we take you by the hands and give you all the tips you need and all the information you need to start trading Forex from beginner to intermediate and even advanced level. It's intense and we made it brief. It doesn't have to be too prolonged or too extended so that you can learn as much as you can learn and start making money as soon as possible. Next week, Friday, we're going to have our NFP live trading session. Here, we're going to trade live. We're going to be dropping live signal. You join us live and we trade the Forex market. Now, this event is for funded clients. It means you need to have funds in your account. So if you don't have any account with PU Prime right now, just go over to our website at www.puprime.com and open a live trading account. And once you open your account, make sure you verify with your documents and go ahead and fund so that it can be a part of this live trading event. Like I mentioned earlier, we have training sessions. We do not charge for our training, but at least you're expected to have a live account with us that is funded, as we start the classes. All right, so that's going to be all from my end today. Do have a great weekend ahead and see you in the month of March. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a nice weekend too.
You too, sir.